We've made a few stir fries on our channel before, but this one's going to be focused on a ginger and spring onion or scallion flavour, and as you can see, there isn't many ingredients around me, so it is a very simple dish. The ingredients we are going to prep is 400 grams or 14 ounces of chicken thigh. This is just going to be sliced very thinly, that way it will cook nice and quick and we can get that beautiful flavour in there. What I have here is 2 bunches of bok choy. We're just going to thinly slice these and then make sure you wash them as well, because there can be some dirt in between the leaves. With the spring onions or scallions, I'm just going to thinly slice these the whole way across. Even using the green parts, we can save a little bit aside for later on for garnish. And these are just roughly 1 centimetre in thickness. 1 long red chilli is going to be used. You can also use bird's eye chilli if you like it hot, or if you don't like chilli at all, you can leave these out completely. This is just going to have that stem removed and then just thinly sliced the whole way across. Now with the ginger, this is 20 grams or 0.7 ounces. I'm using a spoon just to remove the skin. It's the most efficient way to remove the skin without removing too much of the flesh and having wastage. And then once you have that done, we can just slice this into thin strips the whole way across. Stack those strips up and very thinly slice into matchstick cuts. And the proper culinary term for this is julienne. For the noodles, we're using 400 grams or 14 ounces of Hokkien noodles. You can use any noodle of your choice here, but the thicker ones are a little bit better. And then the remaining ingredients are going to be a stir-fry sauce, as well as the marinade that will go on the chicken. And I'll run you through those in a sec, but let's get straight into it.
We're going to make a quick marinade for our chicken. So into a bowl, add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. You can also use low sodium. 1 teaspoon or 5 milliliters of sesame oil. I'm using toasted sesame oil for this one, as well as 1 teaspoon of corn flour or cornstarch. Get in there with a whisk and mix this around till it's combined. Make sure there's no lumps in that corn flour. Then we can place in the chicken that we thinly sliced and mix this around really well till that chicken's coated in the marinade completely, and then pop this aside for the time being. Next is the stir fry sauce, so into another bowl add 3.5 tablespoons or 70 milliliters of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons or 10 milliliters of dark soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon or 20 milliliters of Shaoxing wine. If you can't consume alcohol, you can just leave that last one out. Give this a quick mix with a whisk to combine everything, and this can also be popped aside for the time being. When you're ready to cook, place a large wok over a medium-high heat. Get this nice and hot and add in 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil or even peanut oil if you prefer that. Once it's hot, add in the chicken along with any marinade that might be left in the bowl. Make sure you scrape it not to waste anything. Then spread the chicken out, and we're going to stir fry this for about 2 to 3 minutes until the chicken is brown and cooked through. It won't be fully cooked through at this point because we will be adding everything else on top of it, so we don't want to overcook it at this point, so we're only cooking it for a couple of minutes. Next to go in is the sliced ginger, all of the spring onions or scallions, plus a couple of little green stems left behind for garnish, the chopped up and washed baby bok choy, and also the chili, which I'm not adding all of it in. I'm going to save a couple of pieces for garnish at the end, and it is of course optional. Then what we can do is mix everything together, allow those flavours to become friends, and we're going to stir fry this for about 2 minutes to soften up the baby bok choy and allow for the garlic to infuse its flavour within the pan. You can also practice the flick of the wrist here. It is a good way to practice using a wok, and that is what it's made to do. After a couple of minutes, add in the stir-fry sauce, make sure you scrape the bowl, and we're also going to add in 400 grams or 14 ounces of cooked Hokkien noodles. If yours are raw, make sure you cook them to the packet instructions and then add them in. And I'm also going to add in a tiny pinch of MSG. You don't have to do this, it just enhances the flavours if you have it and aren't using it. Then just mix everything together, and we're going to stir-fry this for another 2 minutes until the sauce coats everything and those noodles have loosened up. As for serving up, portion it out into bowls or plates, serving platters, whatever you need to do. This recipe should serve 2 to 3 people depending on portion size. I did only get 2 out of this because I make my portions quite large. Let's then garnish it with the remaining spring onion or scallion stem, along with the chili that we left behind, which is of course optional. You can also add some sesame seeds or even a drizzle of sesame oil here. But once you have all of that done, we are left with this ginger, spring onion, chicken stir fry. It's easy to make, it's delicious, and it only takes about 20 minutes.
So there we have it, our ginger and spring onion chicken stir fry cooked in less than 30 minutes. As you can see in the video, it's super simple and really quick. There is only one thing left to do though, and that is of course, we can then dig in.